Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw. Ain't no cutting. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Talk about it? Yeah. Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw, ain't no cutting. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussion. Dope discussion.
Can we talk about it? Yeah. First things first, I want to give a huge shout out to Power Driver for sponsoring today's dope discussion. When we were live earlier for the members, he said, look, D, I need you to go live. All right. How much do we got to pay you to go live 3 times a week? Whatever your number is, here, I got you. And I never gave him a number because I really do feel like what we do over here is priceless. Thank you all so very much for your contributions. And thank you so very much for supporting us over here monetarily. However, that is not my fuel behind doing what I do. Okay. And I'm gonna be real. This is still content creation, and we all got bills. Amen. Amen. But at the end of the day, my husband actually has always taught me to do things for the passion, and the money and everything of that sort will follow. Okay. But I do want to give a huge shout out to Power Driver for hooking us up on that Cash App earlier. Very huge salute to you, because you did not have to do that. Okay. But nevertheless, I do feel like today's dope discussion is something that needs to be talked about. So we are going to talk about it. And I'm going to be real with you all. Although I am somebody that cares about all people in general, whether you are white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. At the end of the day, I am somebody that is Black love, okay, and Black family. And I really hate to see that so much of our relationships and our family structures and community is really on the decline and falling apart the way that it is. And I have to be honest about the fact of the matter being that there were and are so many Black women who have contributed to that decline. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying that, Black men don't contribute, because y'all do. Okay. We all have a helping hand in this, which is why it's going to take for both of us to come together and build. However, I gotta be real. When Black men were trying to do that, it was so many Black women out there like, nigga, fuck you. I don't need you. I'm a boss chick. I'm educated. I have my own money. I'm strong. I'm independent. I'm powerful by myself. You would actually be a hindrance to me. It is a gift, an honor for you to be entertained by me, for me to involve you in my life, and so on and so forth. And so I have to be abundantly clear when I am saying that although we both contribute to the collapse, look, it is what it is when it comes to the sisters saying certain things, doing certain things, indulging in particular lifestyle choices, and so on and so forth. And to take it a step further, and y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And thank you all so very much for pulling up with us. We can't hit 300. Okay, I'm asking 400 in a second, but y'all like the video for us. It's some real talk, and y'all know YouTube be hating on this real-ish, especially on the live stream. So again, big shout out to Power Driver. But yeah, hit that like for me, and I gotta break this down. In particular, when it came to us as sisters, it was those of us who were not only very attractive, right? That felt like, oh, I don't need you, nigga. I can have all of y'all. I can have a rotation, and I can do what I want to do. Cause don't you see, my beauty is my currency, and don't you see? So you had that going on, but a huge factor into this was a lot of the women that maybe were not so rich beauty wise, although they can go into this as well, but the ones who were in certain career fields that maybe extended them certain luxuries, like having a large sum of money or being able to afford them a certain lifestyle, to where they did get in their minds like, I don't need a man. I'm somebody that, again, that is highly educated. I have a lot of these degrees, these certifications. I have a lot of accolades under my belt, to where I really don't see the value in being married, being settled down, having a man, having a family, so on and so forth. And those, ironically, are the bulk. You got to be real. Those, ironically, are the bulk of the women who are crying today. Now, I'm getting ready to pop my ish real quick. I got to excuse my passion and my language, but I have to go ahead and be brutally honest and say that we were fucking lied to. We were tricked out of our spots. And when I say we, I am specifically in this case referring to Black women, because I was sent over an article. Power Driver coming through again. Power Driver say, look, y'all better support. Okay, and I appreciate you. It says, I did it because you are an example of what you talk about. Yet the sensational and scandalous ones get all of the money and views. I wanted to invigorate you to continue the lies. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. And you're absolutely right, Power Driver. It is the females. I can't even call them women. It is the females that are very divisive, that talk about us being sovereign women and we don't need no man and we can be strong, independent. We don't need these niggas. It's a bunch of those that do get a lot of the views, that do get a lot of the support, and that do get a lot of the women that rally behind them. Because let's be honest about it, Power Driver, a lot of the women out here are bitter and broken. And the reason why they are bitter and broken is what we discussed, not too long ago. Was that last week? We discussed how a lot of them are sharing the same dirty dick derricks and then penalizing all of the men for their choices, right? We exposed that with the whole T app. How is it that one dirty dick has so many reviews on Yelp? You know what I'm saying? If he ain't shit, so much so, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all could see clearly what he was doing and what he was not doing. Why would you sign up to be a part of that? Oh, I know. Because again, y'all like competition as well. Y'all like to be the one that feels like, oh, I was able to change him. I was the one that was able to have a leg up. So although she couldn't do what I'm doing, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show and prove to the sisterhood that I'm the baddest bitch. I have the best vagina. I am the most beautiful. I make the cutest babies. I am able to get him to commit, and so on and so forth. And it never happens, right? And even if you do get him to do such a thing, it does not last long, because I've seen women do that with dirty dick derricks, right? They'll get with janky Derek Jackson, right? And get him to marry him. And then a year into the marriage, it's like, oh, bitch, I need some more pussy. Oh, bitch, I'm bored with this shit. Oh, bitch, why would I settle down with your average at best ass or your very typical, why would I do that when I can have all these hoes and rotate y'all around and get the most and not the lesser? And so it is a lot of that going on, Power Driver. And so Thank you for being a support system of this real ish, because we do need more women such as myself to be vocal about certain things and be real about certain things and also be the example. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. Okay, we have the Crimson Cure. We have well, my sister changed her name. It's not Bella anymore. Her name is Jay Monet. Okay. We have River TV. We have women out there who are doing the work, who are showing and improving. But unfortunately, I gotta be honest about it. It's a lot of the women out there that are not in alignment that do get the most support from women, because like I said, a lot of the women are broken. And like I said, it's because we refuse to do the self-work, the self-analysis, and really see where we're coming up short. Stop dealing with certain individuals or characters so that you can have a different outcome. But first, you have to do that internal work to figure out what is fucked up about me. Right? See, the part that we sleep on is that oftentimes we are choosing our reflection. And just because he may not be your reflection on the surface does not mean that energetically he is not vibrating with you. So you feel like, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer. He ain't my reflection, but I just felt like he had potential. It does not fucking matter. If your vibration is off and low, or your perception, because a lot of y'all sleep on that as well. A lot of women have very low self-esteem, very low perceptions of themselves. And so they are ultimately choosing who they resonate with, who they identify with, and who they feel like they deserve. But that's a deeper conversation, right? But thank you, Derek. Oh shit. I am so sorry, Derek. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that Derek Myrie, I don't know, is dirty dick. I am so sorry. Shout out to all the Dereks out there. If this does not apply to you, let it fly from you. Amen. Derek says, I can't wait till after Labor Day in September. The pickings will be great worldwide. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. Okay. Derek is the dick slayer that I have accused him to be. Now, if you don't be careful, Derek, your dick might get dirty. So just be very mindful of who you are dicking down. Amen. No, we ain't catching no strays. In this case, it stands. Amen. In this case, it stands. All right. Okay. What up, main lion? Oh, your name Derek too. Now I gotta clean that shit up, because main lion is definitely not a dirty dick Derek. Hold on. I have to change it. We're gonna call you all dirty dick Doricos. All right? Doricos. We're gonna do that because ain't no way in hell I'm getting ready to, associate the main lion with any kind of dirty dick. That is a stand-up solid brother, and I refuse. Amen. I refuse. We gotta change that shit today. All right, dirty dick Doricos, I stand corrected. But let's get back into the dope discussion. Again, you all, we can hit 500, and thank you all for showing up with me. But we were fucking lied to, ladies, Black women in particular. It says MF Zod. Shout out to MF. It says, we used to have older women tell younger women how to get a good man. Now they are in competition with their own offspring. Shaking my head. And that is what I was going to get into. A lot of the chicks, like I said, they are in competition with one another. Like, how can I show and prove to these other bitches that I'm better than them? I can change a dirty dick Dorico, right, into a stand-up guy that's a good husband, that's a one-woman type of man. That is what I need to do in order to solidify my claim of being, again, the baddest bitch, right? But let's get back into it, you all, because a lot of Black women in particular were lied to. We were the ones who were tricked out of our fucking spots. Now, let me break this down. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I'm not saying that it was only Black women who were out here spreading the narrative of you not needing a man and you can be a strong, independent boss babe by yourself. I'm not going to say we're the only ones, but I will say that we were the most vocal, the most powerful group, the most organized group and the loudest, right? And it probably was the majority of us doing that, although we were not the only. I'm gonna be real about it, right? Because I know I gotta be fair and balanced across the board. Y'all hate me because I'm on women's necks as far as getting our shit together, especially us as sisters. But nonetheless, I love you. I'm doing it out of trying to help, trying to give you all the clarity and the guidance that I know so many of us desperately need. But in no way, shape, or form am I trying to shit on you or kick you while you down and stuff like that. No. Okay, so I'm gonna be real. I know y'all don't think that I am, but I fucking am if you really listen to what I say. If you really tune in and stop just looking at a damn thumbnail and the title like, oh, this bitch hate women. Oh, this bitch, yeah, pick me. Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, let's get back into it. But we were the loudest, we were the most organized, and we were the ones who took over that damn statement and that stance and that movement and said, oh yeah, this is mine. And with us doing that, we were the ones who ultimately suffered the most. Now, I'm going to say this because this is something that is some real shit and nobody's saying this real shit, so I'm going to say it. I believe, it's all my opinion, I believe that this was something that was superbly orchestrated as far as turning Black women and Black women against each other. Black men and Black women, I should say. Did I say that right? I don't know. But I think this was something that was superbly, brilliantly orchestrated. By whom? We gonna leave it over there. Use your brain, okay? Use your brain. But let's make this abundantly clear. We as Black people are powerful. We are brilliant. We are resilient. We are amazing. Okay, we are divine. We are divinity, bitch. We are supreme. Okay, and I am no way, shape, or form trying to tear down nobody else's group. You hype your group up too, so I'm gonna do it for mine every time. Amen. But let's get back into it. With a lot of people understanding our power, our divinity, so on and so forth, I believe that it was something that was brilliantly, superbly orchestrated to where they figured out some kind of math, science, bitch, to where they could get us to be like, oh no, let's divide and conquer. And unfortunately, that science and that mathematics, bitch, worked brilliantly on the women. We were told, girl, you know you don't need him, right? Get rid of that nigga and we'll give you more. Ain't he holding you back anyway? Ain't he in the way anyway? Ain't you tired of, having to answer to him? And ain't you tired of, having to take care of this and do it? Ain't you tired? Girl, get rid of that nigga and have all the freedom in the world. And we ate that shit up. And not only did we eat that shit up, but we also bought into the whole, get your education, get the bag, you beautiful. We also bought into that as well. And like Martin Luther King said, and they love to lead us out of the damn history books, but he said, I believe, and I'm paraphrasing, that I integrated my people into a burning fucking house. I added some extra sauce on it so it can drive the point home. And when it comes to us as Black women, and thank you so much, Swervo. Who else was that? Thank you, C. Irvin. Hold on. And I think I got everybody else. If I missed you, I apologize though. But when it came to Black women, I believe when they say, hey, drop that nigga and come to school. Get you a degree. Drop that nigga and go get you a certification. Like, you get to the bag. Drop the nigga and become a hoe. The fuck? Don't you know hoes are the most liberated? Drop the nigga and go outside. Do this and the third. Who got time for all that old school shit? Submission, bitch. That's so that's degrading as hell. Do you know who you are? You don't need all that. Who you need to submit to? You are God. And we ate that shit up. And you know what we did? We ditched the man. You know, shit, a lot of y'all would have ditched the damn family or the kids too, but a lot of us are so sexually undisciplined, that hey, what I mean, oh, it's my baby. I don't even need the father. A lot of y'all just wanted the baby anyway. But we gonna get over there another conversation. But y'all essentially integrated into a burning fucking house. And what was crazy about this house is that they fixed it up to be a mansion. Oh, I got chandeliers and red carpet and bright lights and oceanside views and shit. You on yachts and boats and you living your best life. Oh yeah, come over here. You see all of this? If you come over here and sit with us and leave them niggas alone, yeah, you gonna thrive. And once y'all did that, and I'm sorry if my connection is bad. I hope it ain't, because when we talk about that real shit, they start messing with our damn connection. Hope y'all can still see me and hear me. But once y'all did that and they got you nice and ripe, they slaughtered y'all ass. We today have those same black women who were told, oh yeah, you an independent woman, you educated, you smart, right? Those same women today are just everything snatched away from them. Hold on, before we get into this, they said, bitch, fuck your degree. Wait, but you told me that if I got this degree and I, got into this career field, and if I got rid of this and got rid of that, I would be happily ever after. You told me that if I was a holdout, sexually liberated type of female that said, fuck these niggas, I don't need no man. You told me I would be set for life. What do you mean? All that shit was in vain. What do you mean? Well, bitch, it was a setup. I wanted to make sure you was nice and comfortable before I pulled this rug, but hey. And what's very sad? It's nothing you can fucking do about it. And they set us up very, very terribly, because they got us in a position to where not only did we feel like we were too good for a man, we didn't need no man, and we independent and we strong and we paid and all this other bullshit, but they made us so fucking cocky that we were outside in 4K. Like, man, fuck these men. Matter of fact, this is the blueprint on how to finesse them. This is the blueprint on how we gonna get over. This is the blueprint on how we gonna do X, Y, and Z. Oh yeah, dark femininity. Yeah, sprinkle. Y'all were so cocky with y'all shit, to where now that you are understanding that, damn, I was kind of set up. Damn, if I did have a man shit, I wouldn't be having to go through all of this. I would at least have something better to fall back on. I would at least have some help in this motherfucker. They made y'all so fucking cocky with the finesse and the rug pull, that now the very people, the very men that you need to have your back, don't want nothing to do with your ass. And what's very diabolical, as y'all love to say, is that it is very rare that any other group of men want to be bothered with y'all, because y'all so damn cocky, so damn independent and strong. Y'all need shit. And even if you do come to the realization that I was wrong, I do need my divine masculine. I do need balance around this bitch. I can't do this all by myself. Even if you do reach that conclusion and that realization as a black woman today, the reputation and the name that you have set forth for yourself today, nobody believes you. Nobody trusts you. Oh, you're a black woman? I mean, I like hot chocolate, but I would never marry it. You're a fetish at best. Are there exceptions? Absolutely. It's always exceptions. But for the bulk and the majority, y'all were absolutely fucking tricked, to where not only do black men not want nothing to do with y'all, but other groups of men, if they were already turned off before, now it's just like, hell no. It was the ultimate switcheroo. Now, a lot of y'all that was talking about, oh, you are pick me, you are pick me, you are pick me. The same ones today begging to be fucking picked. Not only by men, but by jobs. Whoopsie. You got to be more careful. And I hate that for y'all. Because I tried to warn y'all. I really did. I really did. I've been saying what I've been saying since at least 2013, 2014. Did y'all listen? No. I was male identified. I was a pick me. I was a pandering bitch. I was setting women backwards. I was too young. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I didn't live enough life yet to see that these niggas wasn't shit. And one day, someday, my husband was gonna pull the wolf off my eyes, and I would finally see, oh yeah, you just like the rest of them. And I was gonna be the new Danica G, aka Cynthia G. I was gonna be the new Queen Breaker, aka Princella the Queen Maker. I was gonna be all of that. Oh, she just ain't live enough life yet. She'll figure it out. She's just gullible and naive. See, the difference is the fact of the matter being that it is a you problem. But when you talk like that, that's too fucking real. It's too honest. That hurts. I want to be lied to. I want to be pandered to, bitch. Why are you pandering to these men? And I'll never pander to no man. Fellas, let me know right now. Have I ever told you that you were perfect? You were the almighty. You did nothing wrong. It didn't matter if you were a broke dusty. You deserve to have your dick sucked twice a day, have 3 full-course meals, have your damn tires rotated by a bitch. What else? All because you a man. I've seen bitches do that, and that's nasty work. But hey, I never done that shit like that. I never told you that. That was never my damn message. That was never my, what do they say? What they say in the damn church? My testimony, my sermon. What? It escapes me right now, but that wasn't me. I ain't never did no shit like that, and I never will. But what I did do was hold women accountable. And since I did that shit, it was like, oh, you're pandering. Oh, you hate women. Oh, you're this, that, and the third. But no, I was actually helping you. I was actually looking out for you. And trying to let you know that if you would have done that self-work, done that self-analysis, peep game on what you were doing wrong and falling short on, you could have not only attracted better men to you, but accepted better men to you. And my whole thing with the whole attraction piece was the acceptance, right? See, a lot of the times, I'm gonna be real about this, a lot of the times we can attract good quality people to us. But if you're not resonating with said individual, if you are vibrating too low at that point in your life, if you're too fixated on fuck boys, you're going to block that. So you're not going to accept that. Right? So we can ultimately attract all different types of people to us. Good, bad, indifferent, ugly, short, fine, tall. It does not matter. Rich, poor, in between. We can attract all of these different energies towards us, but it is ultimately who you are, what you feel like you deserve, what you resonate with that you accept. So if you do the self-work, and you build yourself up to where you vibrate higher, you have better self-esteem, you have better discernment, you know that, hey, I need this, I deserve this, whatever, then you would be able to attract and accept good quality men into your life. Yes, black men into your life. Because I know it's what y'all really want, sisters. Let's be real. Y'all just scarred and bitter and shit. So y'all, I don't want y'all, I'm divested. But you couldn't divest if you wanted to. A lot of y'all, being honest. But we're gonna get over there. But if you did that, you would have a great outcome. You would not be out here angry, bitter, broken, talk about all men ain't shit. No. Let me put to y'all plainly. If you have the sentiment of all men ain't shit and no man is to be trusted, I need you to go to your nearest bathroom, restroom, dining room, I don't give a fuck, wherever there's a mirror, and look at yourself. Because everywhere you go, there you are, especially the people that you see value enough in to sleep with. to spend your time with. Time is precious. To give your body to. Your body is precious, right? So if those people ain't shit, I need you to really go to your nearest mirror. I don't care if you're driving your damn car, look in that motherfucker. That's you. But y'all don't want to be that real. Instead, again, you want to escape accountability and say, no, there was nothing I could have done. It was always going to be this. And that's a fucking lie. And y'all pissed me off with that. And that is also a part of the play that was ran on y'all, the game that was ran on y'all, to make you really be brainwashed into receiving and accepting that is fact. Like, no, there's no such thing as no good man, especially not no black one. Oh, you got finessed. Y'all don't need him. You got your money right. Y'all don't need him. You got a degree right. You don't need him. You beautiful right. Oh, you don't need him. You smart right. You don't need him. As if you cannot be all of those grand, great things with your divine counterpart, with your reflection, to balance you out and amplify all of that shit. Are y'all dumb? Look around. Every other group of women, although a lot of these different chicks be on some bullshit, but again, like I said earlier, we are the main culprits of this. We are the pushers of this shit. I'm your pusher. Yeah, y'all are the pushers of this. So I gotta be real and drive this point home. The bulk of all of our other women out there from different backgrounds and races and groups, it does not matter how educated they are, how much money they have, how successful they are, so on and so forth. I bet Dove she still want her man and she's gonna say she need him. I bet Dove she still want her husband. I bet Dove she would never out of her fucking mouth for the world to see in 4K say, I don't need no man, I don't want no. I bet Dove, bet my last dollar. And what's crazy is, and ironic about that is, a lot of those chicks, they got more money than you, more education than you, more in shape than you, more whatever than you, and they still say, oh, I need my man. You wouldn't catch him dead. Talking how we talk out loud, especially not out loud. Oh, I would be mortified if my husband or any man from my group saw me talking like this. So if that is the case, what makes you feel like, Black woman, that it is okay for you to behave that way? And I said this earlier in our live stream for members only. I said they understood their motherfucking assignment. They did the homework. They did the extra credit. So not only do they have their own shit solidified, but they understand the significance and the value of finding, again, the divine masculine to balance that out, to make sure that, hey, I got extra support. I got extra security. I am an asset to him because I understand how much he has. I understand how he is able to contribute to my life in a beautiful way. So I need to be in this position to where I, again, am amplifying and adding on to him in a positive way so that he can continue to see my value. Otherwise, he don't need me. So again, let me do my homework, extra credit included, so I can keep my spot. Do we do that though? We give our spots away. No, fuck it. I don't want that. Nah, that's old school. That's some bullshit. Don't y'all know all these niggas cheat anyway? Again, man, if you feel that all men cheat, that is a clear indication of something internally being wrong with you. Because why does every man, and I know that can be a hard pill to swallow, but why does every man that you get with cheat on you? There is something to unravel there. There is something to unpack there. Why does every man that you get with uses you? He used you up. No reciprocation, no appreciation, no dedication. What the fuck is it? No commitment? What? There's something to unpack there. But do we want to do that? No. You don't want to look at your shadow side and embrace her. right? Y'all all talking about dark femininity, but are y'all doing the shadow work though while you over there on the dark side? Uncovering, oh damn, I attract niggas that cheat on me because I have low self-esteem, and on some subconscious level I feel like I cannot fully satisfy or quote unquote complete a man. So every man that I get with is going to pick up on that energetically, subconsciously, and say, yeah, this bitch can't she can't fulfill me. Let me go and find another one. That's too real though. That's too real though. You don't want to sit down and just say, why does every man that I get with use me up? Instead of just saying, oh, it's because men some using ass, cheating ass dogs. No, sit down with yourself. Oh, I know why. Because on some subconscious level, and this shit could be conscious too, I feel like I'm not good enough for him to just be around because I am a dope ass person. No, I have to be able to give him all of me with nothing in return, because I honestly, I don't deserve nothing in return because my daddy abandoned me. So if my own daddy didn't want my ass, how can I expect for some other man too? Y'all don't go that deep though. Instead, y'all want to go and rally up behind these broken ass bitches talking about, yeah, because these niggas ain't shit, girl. I digress. Let's continue. And again, thank you for your donations. I'm going to get into them in a second. This right here is what so many Black men in particular try to warn these Black women about. Right? They say, okay, be careful with that whole strong, independent act. I know a lot of y'all, I wasn't acting. I'm dead ass serious. I don't need y'all. I got education, degrees, money, beauty. I got a whole roster of flops. Right? You feel like because you can get bent over at night that you're doing something, right? Girl, please. But a lot of men try to warn about this. It says 300,000 Black women are cut from the workforce. They integrated y'all into a burning house. Let's get into it.
Over 300,000 Black women have left the workforce, according to MSNBC. And it is not a coincidence. We have seen the cuts that the federal government has been making, specifically across the Department of Education, Department of Health and Human Services. And we have seen the cuts happen. We've also seen the cuts happen over the last few months, specifically at the federal level.
Now, I just let her go off. Can y'all hear her? Let's just start playing the video. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all could hear her. And then I'm going to start it over. Yeah, whoopsie. And I know the correct term is toasty, but I say whoopsie. Can y'all hear? Put a 2 in the chat. Thank you. You crying for him? I didn't even click on that, but I'm crying for him too. Thank you, Tokyo. Let me see. All messages. Okay, I see the 2s. We're going to get back into it. Tokyo says the scent market is drying up too, ain't it? Toasty, you know. Finish them. That's what all I hear right now. And y'all, we can't hit 800. 700 first. Thank you, Mr. Chris. It says, make sure you explain to the women which vibrate you're referring to. They tried to replace men with that also. Man, and couldn't. It ain't nothing like that warm, fleshy goodness. Amen? Ain't nothing like the blood rush, bitch. Ain't nothing like a good vein, bitch. I'm sorry. Some things you cannot try to duplicate and, put into a damn factory. It's not like that body on body, bitch. It's nothing like the thrust of a man. Amen? It's nothing like, whoo, Lord have mercy. Y'all just fucking up. Okay. MF says, of course, rep your people. I'm all for life. We all God's image. By the way, look into Planned P. Yeah. And Alice, I already know about that. Full of occult and eugenics. Yes. You never pander, by the way, at all. But it is what it is. And thank you so much, MF. And yeah, it was a whole agenda on us. And we fell for a hook, line, sinker. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you don't need that, baby. Come over here. Let's get rid of that, baby. You know, and I know the rabbit hole goes deep on that, and I'm not even trying to get into all of that. Okay, I think that's a little bit too deep for YouTube. But yeah, look into that. And thank you so much, MF. Thank you, Tokyo, again. It says, what up, D? The question that keeps bugging me is, how are Black women going to get Black men back now that Black men know how Black women really feel about them? Here's the thing, Tokyo. I think let me put it like this, a lot of change of heart has been made. So how they once felt about you, they probably no longer feel that way. You know, and the ones who do feel that way, fuck them hoes. You only be with them anyway. But I think it's a lot of Black women in particular who are starting to see like, damn, I kind of was finessed. I was kind of tricked. I was wrong. So although she may have said certain things and done certain things in the past, she could be a whole different person. Now, the real dilemma is, do Black men in particular believe them or not? Are you ready and willing to take that type of gamble or chance to see if it's genuine? That's our huge dilemma. Thank you, Fresh Vision. It says Blacks were married more than any other race in the 50s and 60s. Our government caused chaos in the Black community in the 70s and 80s. Section 8 and drugs. Yeah, it's a whole damn rabbit hole, y'all. But I'm still gonna say allegedly and in my opinion, because I ain't got time. Okay, I really don't. Y'all, it's getting hard for me to scroll, so I'm gonna go on my phone. And then we're gonna get into this video. Thank you, Chester. Appreciate you. You showed love earlier. It says we just don't want them, period. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hope not. I hope we can change this. And Chester, what time is it where you are now? Because I remember earlier you said it was like 3 a.m. What time is it now? Thank you, live in real life for your $3 and your fist bump. Shout out to you. Thank you again, Chester, for becoming a channel member. I got Tokyo, Mr. Chris, MF Zide, Fresh Vision, Very Big Facts. Thank you, Swervo. It says we have to keep in mind that feminist movement of the late 60s and 70s had nothing to do with Black women. They decided to attach themselves to it. Shaking my head. Well, not only did we decide that, but we were also finessed into it because a lot of those other groups of women, they understood the power in numbers, right? So yeah, it's a whole thing that goes into that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you, C. Irvin. It says, we see you out here in Germany. Shout out to Germany. Sister Danica, my hairdresser, she enjoys your content too. Black sisters got a willing ear over here. Shout out to Germany. That is so refreshing to hear. It really is. Okay. I think I'm caught up. If I missed you, I apologize. But I want to get into this. Let's start it from the top. We were warned. We were warned this day would come. Y'all thought y'all was so safe and secure by yourself. I don't need nobody. Look at y'all now. They integrated you into a burning house.
Over 300,000 Black women have left the workforce, according to MSNBC. And it is not a coincidence. We have seen the cuts that the federal government has been making, specifically across the Department of Education, Department of Health and Human Services. And we have seen the cuts happen. We've also seen the cuts happen over the last few months, specifically at the federal level and also across the private sector due to DEI. And according to this article, the participation rate has now dropped below Latinas for the first time in over a year. One thing that stuck out to me that I thought was very interesting, which kind of led to the conclusion of this article, is that 51% of households with Black children are led by Black women who are the breadwinners.
Black women, something that, first things first, the first thing that stood out to me was that she said that we fell below the Latinas for the first time in a very long time in history. I don't know. But what does that say when we are out here boasting on the fact that we are the most educated, which means that we are probably more than likely the most in debt? Yet, other groups of women who may not be as educated as us, who may not have as many accolades and all of that as us, they're out earning us and they have more job security and safety. What does that say? Oh, you got played. You got played. What else did she say? She said that Black women are out here with households raising children and stuff of that sort, and they are the breadwinners and so on and so forth, right? I'm not surprised by that. You know why? Because a lot of you, and we talked about this last week, a lot of you, even the educated sisters, right? The ones that you would think would know better, the ones that you would think were the most wise and, you know, mature and seasoned, even those like particular type of characters of males. So where, yeah, you are left to raise children on your own and provide for children on your own, you know? Or you're an Ebony K. Yeah, I don't want no man. I don't need no man. Do you see me? I got this. I got that. I got this. I got that. I'll make my own baby. And then you go out here and make your own baby, and then you can't make your own money. You can't make an end meet because after all, you put so much stock into, oh, I can do this by myself. I don't need that. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. And I'm gonna be very abundantly clear. But see, this gonna make it seem like, or sound like rather, that I'm excusing these males and, you know, I'm not holding them accountable. Yeah, they ain't shit. If you are a man out here and you're not taking care of your child or your children, nigga, fuck you. You ain't shit. Okay, let's make it abundantly clear. All right, fuck any male out there who is not taking care of children. Because your daughters need you, your sons need you, that woman needs you because she didn't make the baby by herself. So we're gonna be real about that. Period. I don't give a fuck. You ain't shit, nigga. Fuck you. All right. However, comma, while it is fuck him, we have to hold you accountable for fucking him. Do we not? Yes, we do. And a lot of y'all be seeing the writing on the wall. You knew you were the 15th baby mama. You knew he created broken homes. You knew he was just a guy that was full of promises. You knew he was just all potential and no damn spark. You know that shit. But for whatever reason, it's like, oh, you know, but he's just so cool. And I just really like him, though. And it's just something special about him. And I just think it's going to be different. And it ain't. And before you know it, you're a part of the damn statistics of breadwinning baby mamas of broken homes. Peep that alliteration. Breadwinning baby mamas of broken homes. Damn, homie. You got to choose a better man, homie. But that's too real. Oh, what you mean choose better? Ain't no choosing better. Every man that you get with ain't shit. Which means that you ain't shit by default. No, because that's why I don't get with no men. I want me a man. I want me a woman now. I want me a real woman. And did Princella not teach y'all with that? Everywhere you go, there you are. It don't matter if you want to be with a man, a woman, a transition. It don't fucking matter. Princella went over there to my, oh yeah, men are incapable of love. I said men are incapable of love. Everywhere in nature, we see how males are workers. We just put them to use. We just use them to our own benefit. We are gods. Us women, we are God. And what the fuck happened with her? Because everywhere she went, there she was. She got the same black woman. And don't y'all let her, you got the same black man. She got the same black female. Let me correct myself because black women don't do this, right? Shout out and salute to the authentic, amazing, beautiful black woman. You know, you get me. You see me. I see you. Salute to you. Y'all laughing? I'm dead ass serious, Mr. Chris. What happened with her? Trying to be a real nigga. Cause I don't fuck these niggas. I'm gonna get me a queen. I'm a queen maker. Right? What happened with her? She got the same black female. Cause she vibrate low. So what the fuck you gonna get? What's gonna reflect you? Huh? The black females did Princella so bad. She was borderline coming back to dick. Yeah, because it took for me to go through that to really see, like, yeah, these women ain't shit. Princella turned into a motherfucking, what y'all call it, red pill rage incel. What y'all be saying about these men? She turned into that overnight. Because everywhere she went, there she was. I ain't never lied to you. And I won't start today. You may not like you're not gonna like my delivery. You're not gonna like me. Bitch, fuck you. You think you just so much better. No, I ain't perfect either. And I want shit just like you. But it took for me to, again, do some self-reflection and introspection. Surrender to a man, a black man, that was a great leader, that was a great man, a masculine man. It took for me to do that, for me to really see things for what it was, myself included. And that bitch was ugly. Okay, I don't care how fine are you bad mother. That bitch was ugly. But that's what it takes. Because if you don't do that ugly, nasty shadow work, and you just want to hop over that and then hop into dark femininity without doing that shadow work over there, again, it's going to be nasty and full of darkness in your world. Everything you touch will turn to darkness. In the worst of ways, because actually the darkness is beautiful. The universe is darkness. What they call it, triple stage. So I embrace that shit. Darkness is beautiful. Black is beautiful. However, it can be very scary and nasty and ugly if you don't dive into it to really see what is in this darkness. Thank you, Chester. Thank you. Is it Gapo? GA Powerade? Thank you. I appreciate y'all. All of y'all. But we gotta dive. We gotta dive in it. So we got a lot of that going on. And until we really sit down with ourselves, everything that we touch is going to crumble. And so many of us are so fixated on the material. We're not really getting into the real substance of what it is to be loved, what it is to love. Of relationships, nothing. It's all about the superficial value. How much does he have? How tall is he? How fine is he? Anything else I don't need. I mean, how much can I use him and abuse him? And again, on subconscious level, it is because something is off within you, to where you feel like, all you are is a material possession. All you are is a sexual object. Everybody is you pushed out. Do that internal work. Do that self-respect. Really dive into that shit to peel back your layers. By you peeling back your own layers, you're gonna peel back everything else. Because again, everywhere you go, there you are. And until you do that, I promise you, you're gonna be fucked up because you fucked up. And I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how educated you are. Everywhere you go. What up, though? Let's continue.
And the article specifically cites that Black women tend to be the economic foothold of the Black community. This is going to cause a trickle effect, not just across the Black community, but across the labor force as a whole. So they are saying that Black women are disproportionately the breadwinners, the caregivers, and entrepreneurs. And so if Black women are losing out on money, on job opportunities, on grants, on all sorts of things due to being targeted because of DEI and because of ongoing job cuts that are happening both at the private and federal level, that this is going to continue to be a trickle effect across the entire economy. And in the article, it also says for every 1 point drop in women's labor force participation, that cost the U.S. economy an estimated $146 billion. So that means less money being spent in grocery stores, less money being spent on clothes, less money being spent on your hair, less money just being spent all across the board.
Before we move into the next video, let me address some of the things that she said, a lot of things she said. And again, y'all like the video, share the video and subscribe. Thank you, Chester. It says, okay, I got that one. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. It's not updating my stuff. Chester sent in $20 and he says it's 9:48, Melbourne, Australia. Shout out to Australia. It says I have a sis in Salisbury, North Carolina. Oh, she's a broke BB. What is that? As well and lonely. Oh, don't talk about your sister like that, Chester. No, fuck her. I gave that bitch all my money, all my help, and that bitch didn't appreciate it. Fuck her. Wait a minute, Chester. Okay. Let's not talk about your sister like that. Thank you, GA Powerade, for your $10. It says, we haven't heard from B. Taylor since she slept on the peace thing. And Princella almost went straight. Man, no comment. Okay, no comment. But yes, if you know, you know. That tea was piping hot. Or was that pee piping hot? Anyway, thank you, Garland, for being a channel member for 27 months. Super dope of you. It says that almost educated is a half truth. White men and women have more degrees than them. Our women are like third most educated. Many took the devil's deal and it's collection time. Yep. Shout out to you, Jonathan White, for your 10. Okay. KO. Thank you so much. Thank you, Terenza, for your 5. It says most educated. How? With making all the uneducated bad decisions. Excuse me. More like most indoctrinated and mind controlled. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Whoopsie. Toasty. Now, Terenzo, you did not have to eat them up like that. Lord. Oh, my God. Thank you again, Chester. It says we don't want them. Okay, I got that one. And I think I'm caught up. Now, let's address some of the things that she said. She said black women is going to be a trickle-down effect, you know, because we are the caregivers. We're this, we're that, we're this, we're that. And I got to be real with this. Me, personally, first things first, because there's levels and layers to every conversation. And again, 800, 700 first, y'all. Like the video. I feel like on one level, a lot of that is propaganda to, again, feed into the illusion of, oh, yeah, you know, black men don't do shit. You know, black men ain't shit. They ain't got shit. It's the black women fueling the economy. It's the black women. Okay, I feel like that's one level and later conversation. And the second level and later conversation is that I feel, this is my opinion, is it could have some truth. Because with every half truth or half lie or lie period, there's a little bit of truth. There's a little remnant of truth in it. And so I feel like another level to that conversation is the fact that maybe black men in our communities are more, how can I put this, are more wise and strategic with how they spend their money, with how they manage their money, and, you know, what they choose to indulge in, partake in, and so on and so forth. Whereas when it comes to black women, we can be very careless, very impulsive, very irrational, even emotional with our spending, with how we choose to go about our finances and so on and so forth. So it could also be something to where, yeah, that is kind of true. Like the black women, they are the ones who are fueling this economy because black men ain't spending how we spending. Now, she went on to say that that's going to have a trickle down effect as far as us, you know, being able to buy clothes and going out and getting our hairs and getting our nails and our makeup. Like, it's going to fuck up the economy by black women being the ones who are quote unquote laid off and not getting to a bag, because again, we spend, right? As soon as we get it, it's out the door, right? However, where I feel like, and again, this is my opinion, where I feel like she's coming up short with that conversation is that she's sleeping on the fact that when it comes to sisters, we don't mind credit. We don't mind being irresponsible with how we choose to spend the money that we don't have. Is that too real? Might be, but let's explore that. She's talking about how the economy is going to dry up so much because black women ain't got no jobs and black women ain't got no money and black women getting laid off and black women, we don't mind debt, obviously. Shit. We all in these damn schools, going into massive debts, getting all these damn loans and shit. Y'all think that's really gonna stop the show? If anything, there's a motherfucking checkmate doing how they did us. Okay, pull that rug. Pull that rug. Now they're gonna have to go into massive debt. And then once they do get hired at these jobs that may be high end or dead end, they're going to have to pay all that shit back that they racked up. It's a catch. It's a catch-22. It's a divine, immaculate play. Oh, I ain't got no job, but I got these credit cards. Oh, I ain't got no money coming in, but I got these loans. Then when you do get back into the workforce as a black woman, you got so much fucking debt to pay off. Bitch, we got you by your imaginary balls that you tried to bounce for all these damn decades about, oh, I'm a strong woman. All that we gonna weaken you now. See, y'all sleeping on that. And this is just my opinion. Me peeping, I'm a divine game peeper. But I don't see how she sees it. I don't see it as, oh, they ain't gonna have no money to spend with the economy. The economy gonna be fucked up without the black women. Is it? Or are they gonna fuel it just off of, the debt, the credits, the loans? Let me be very honest with y'all. And again, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Okay, and big shout out to Power Driver for sponsoring today's dope discussion, and everybody else who sent in donations. But Power Driver was the one who, greenlit this. So now I can be as brutally honest, you know what I mean, uncut, unfiltered as possible. I ain't gotta worry about, I gotta watch out for this or YouTube. Fuck that. Power Driver gave me that motherfucking cash out. We finna go all in. I see black women every day. No job, no career, no education, broke as fuck, spending the most money, going on the most vacations. They are living the most luxurious, lavish lives. Fuck you mean? Bitch, I ain't never had no job, I ain't finna get one. No, I'm gonna live off of this. So I don't think that by them doing this, it's going to have some grand effect on the economy. No. They wouldn't have done it had it. Let me put it to y'all like this. Every move is calculated. Every move has been plugged into some type of mathematic equation, to where, and then A plus B equals X. And this has already been configured into the equation. So to put it to y'all plainly, for this to even be a thing right now today means that, we had already crossed all the I's and T's, or dot all the I's and cross all the T's to where, we know that this is actually going to be something that is an improvement. This is actually going to be something that is adding on to the economy. They wouldn't have done it had it been something that was bad for them at your expense, to your detriment, to your demise. Bitch, fuck you. It ain't my fault you disloyal. It ain't my fault you fell for this shit. Sorry, sucks to be you. But now I'm in a position of power to where, y'all got me nice and fat. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your service. Dismissed. They already factored this shit in. Oh, the economy finna collapse. Is it? No, everybody, they've studied this. They know you better than you. This shit goes deep. But we so damn surface level, we don't see it like that. Oh, that mean ain't no money being spent on this, ain't no money being spent on that. Ain't no, yes, it is. If not more. Because now you have no choice but to live off of this and live off of me. AKA rack up that credit card. Go and get that loan. And like I said, once you do enter into the workforce again, yeah, you so far behind and in debt. You owe me so damn much, it's fucking ridiculous. Cha-ching. So, yeah, please. This is a power play. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Chester. It says, I got robbed by the power driver by the time zone. Look, but you showing love, and I appreciate you, Chester. Okay. It says, if they're getting laid off, stop the spending. No, because I got to maintain hold on. Before I continue, y'all. I got to say this. Like I just said, this is some real shit, y'all. That's why I appreciate y'all, your love and support, because this real shit don't get monetized, don't get pushed, nothing, right? So let's be real. Black women in particular have also been studied down to a science to where they know how economically irresponsible we are. You know what I'm saying? This is why we needed our men. This is why we should have been listening to our men. Not Dirty Dick Dorico that only got enough to afford some motherfucking Doritos. No, not him. But he just got so much potential in the energy. His energy is just so captivating. I love that nigga. Nah, he ain't got this, he ain't got that, but I still love him now. Whatever. Fuck y'all. Y'all hating on our love. Okay. But this is why you needed a strong, masculine, assertive, wise, intelligent Black man, because he could have steered you better, guided you better. Not saying that you are incapable of guiding and leading yourself, but he could have really gave you a different perspective. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I know damn well I am a wise and intelligent Black woman. I know damn well that I am a Black woman that can take care of all this shit by myself. You know what I mean? I know. However, even with all of that, my man, my husband, gives me so much insight and different perspective on things that I, as a woman, have not even, looked at it that way. I feel like when it comes to women, we can be so one-track minded and so one-dimensional sometimes, maybe two-dimensional, okay, maybe even three-dimensional. But when it comes to men, they can offer a whole different level of insight and clarity that maybe you couldn't see on your own as a woman, to where he can give you an even wiser, outlook or word of advice or whatever the case may be. Now, to put it to y'all plainly, because I know I got some strong independent boss chicks up in here that y'all gonna be in the clouds lurking and shit, which is why y'all make y'all loud straight. We all need to even stop listening to these pygmies. Let me stroke y'all egos a little bit. Sis, you know how you were able to create your lifestyle and your beautiful standard of living by yourself. You didn't need no help. You didn't need no man. You just, you grinded. You went to school. You did this. You managed your shit. You did all that shit, right? You know how you did that? And you looking around like, yeah, I did that. Period. Period. I want you to imagine you collaborating effectively with a man that was your divine counterpart, your divine masculine. How much more you could have accumulated, how much security and stability you would have, how much more freedom and happiness you would have, so how much more fulfillment you could have had you gotten with a man that was your reflection. Damn, sis. You would be unstoppable. But like I'm saying, so many of them already understand us and know us better than us. They know how irresponsible you are. They know how, yeah, she see that, but she ain't gonna see that. But your man might have. Like, nah, you ain't doing that. No. I mean, that's a good idea, but this is a better idea. That's what a man does. At least he should. And if he ain't, why the fuck you with him? Let's continue.
I think the hardest part of being laid off is really realizing that these people are just not your friends. I worked with these people for 2 years. I got laid off in August. It is now the end of January. I have not heard from anybody, like not one person. But what I can see is them looking at my LinkedIn, like stalking my LinkedIn. I could see you when you do that. But it's like you work with these people for years and they don't care about you.
Now, the reason why I put her video in here is to demonstrate and display how much nobody gives a fuck about you, Black woman. I don't give a fuck about you. We are easily played on, and I hate that about us. You know why we are easily played on? Because as women, we're emotional beings. And with a lot of women, Black women in particular, being so prideful and ego-based, it takes nothing for somebody to say, "Oh yeah, you don't need that. You strong. You about. Do you know what you could do by yourself?" It don't take much to play on our ego and get us to buy into some shit. Like, yeah, you right. Let me get that, and then you get that, and then before long, you start to see, damn, they was running the play, and yeah, they did. So when this lady comes on here, hold on, let's take it back.
I think the hardest part of being laid off is really realizing that these people are just not your friends. I worked with these people for 2 years. I got laid off in August. It is now the end of January. I have not heard from anybody, like not one person.
And you won't. I put her in here to display the fact of the matter being, nobody gives a fuck about you at the end of the day. I'll use you to my benefit, and then when I get where I need to be and where I need to go, yeah, sorry, strong Black woman, you're strong, right? So you'll be able to, fend for yourself. You don't need us. You don't need this. I mean, look how far you've come from now. You're resilient. You're brilliant. Y'all all kiki. Yeah, because I don't need that. I don't need that. And then when they boot your ass out the damn system, you come to realize, damn, these motherfuckers was not my friend and was not. And we keep learning the hard way each and every time. Thank you, Chester. It says it's not about the color, it's the attitude at work. Whoopsie. Hold on. Thank you, Swervo. It says a 100K W-2 job after taxes is about 72K. After student loans repayment and healthcare, one is sitting between 50 to 55K. Read between the lines. 100. Big bars and big facts. So when you configure into the equation, you being laid off, and you've been the primary giver to your family and all of that, provider and all that to your family, do you think that they're not going to start tapping into credit cards and payday loans and shit? Hell yeah. And this is what I was going to say earlier, you all, and I got thrown off a little bit. I want to circle back around to this. They studied us so much so to where not only do they understand how irresponsible we are, but they also understand our pride and our ego. When it comes to a lot of the women out there today, especially us sisters, we have to maintain appearances by any means necessary. I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if I'm down and out. I don't care if I'm struggling. You won't know that shit. So if I gotta put this all on a credit card, if I gotta put this all on the motherfucking payday loan, if I gotta sell pussy on the side, if I got, whatever, you won't know that shit though. Because guess what? I refuse to let it be known that anybody was right, especially not no damn black man. Fuck them niggas. I'll never let a black man know that he was correct and I actually did need help and I actually did need a leader and I actually did need a provider and I actually did need a protector to protect me from my damn self. Hell no. Do y'all know how many black women I've seen on social media and online in general, to where they come out down the line talk about, yeah, y'all, the truth is I've been living off credit cards for the past 2 years. Like, bitch, what? Yeah, they all maxed out, but I finally got a job now. So now I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be forthcoming about it, but yeah, y'all, I know y'all been seeing me, on this vacation and, me doing this and buying that and doing these hauls and shit. But yeah, y'all, I did that all off of credit. But now I want to be honest because I got a job now. So I'm not doing no fake ass shit no more, but yeah, all to keep up the illusion. And I really want us to get out of that. That's why I say we have got to go back to the basics. Stop making everything material. Stop making everything monetary. Stop making everything this superficial type of deal. Like, no, start basing things off of morals, values, real genuine substance. You as a human being, men as human beings, all of that, it matters and it counts. And it's going to take you so much further than you trying to keep up appearances and illusions, aesthetics. That shit means nothing at the end of the day. Do we need to eat? Yes. Do we have, bills and shit to pay? Yes. But please stop making it the end all be all. It is fucking y'all up to where you are burning every damn bridge. And before you know it, you stuck on stupid, looking stupid, like, damn, I had everything and now I got nothing at all to show for it. Because I made that my God. I made that my universe. I made that my focal point. I made that the centerpiece of my life. To where that is your identity. What you are able to accumulate and have and show off. No, that should not ever be your identity. You as a human being should be your identity. Who you are at heart. Who you are as a person. That should be you. But y'all get so caught up in the aesthetic that becomes your personality. And it backfires. And before you know it, shit, I gotta keep up my personality. My personality is I'm a bad bitch. My personality is, I'm a hot girl. I'm a city girl. I'm a sprinkle disciple. I'm a divine feminine high value hoe. I get the most, not the less. I'm this. And so you ultimately start killing yourself slowly, trying to keep up with that shit, and you still drown. So what was it all for? Hold on. Thank you, Mr. Chris. It says, what? You lost your job? Where the sisterhood at? You gave up your man for them? Call the manager. 1-800, we don't want you. Whoopsie. Wait a minute, Chris. And that's a valid point too. Like I said, going back to her, she came to realize rudely with this reality check that, yeah, nobody was really my friend. Nobody really cared about me. And that is pretty much what Chris is alluding to. Mr. Chris is saying, look, you going through all these hardships. Where is the sisterhood that convinced you to be a part of this lifestyle? Where are they that save you and help you? They swear up and down. These men ain't shit. These men just full of broken promises. These men just, but let you need some help. Where are they? Oh, well, girl, shit, I'm struggling just like you. Shit. Let me sip my alkaline water. They got the chlorophyll in it. Look, girl, we in the same boat. I mean, I can't save you. I can't save my motherfucking self, sus. Make it make sense. Y'all risking all of this for bitches who don't give a fuck about you. For jobs who don't give a fuck about you. Get sick if you want to. Your replacement will be here in 30 minutes. Let's continue.
But what I can see is them looking at my LinkedIn, like stalking my LinkedIn.
Because they want to be nosy. Like I said, these bitches don't care about you. Nobody gives a fuck about you. It was all a play. It was all a finesse. But yeah, I'm going to be nosy. Yeah, what this bitch doing now? I mean... And let's be clear, they could also be jealous of y'all. Y'all out here as black women talking about, yeah, I'm the most educated, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that, I got this going on. Y'all think these other people not jealous of y'all too? See, y'all trying to rub it in black men's face how much y'all don't need them, but y'all don't understand that y'all are inadvertently probably, ticking these other females off to where she's sizing you up like, oh, she thinks she all that. So yeah, they want to see you get knocked off your motherfucking high horse. Thought she was a strong, independent boss chick. Guess not. Thought she didn't need no man. I bet she need a man now. But see me, I have Bob. If ever I were to be like her and I got laid off, I would have Bob. I mean, Bob, he takes care of, me really good, the children. And they absolutely brought up Latinos, the Latinas. Thank you, BF. Thank you, Johnny. Welcome to Black Man World. Whoopsie. You got to be more careful. Thank you, BF. It says $145K a year, only food, rent, cell phone, and car insurance. Women think I'm broke. Early retirement next year with investments and saving, thanks to the bad bitches. Oh, Lord have mercy. It says, hello, Philippines, and she's feminine. See what I'm saying? And like I said, BF, they also brought up the Latinas. Like, they're doing better than us at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to see that. But if you think they're not going to gloat in this, you're like, yeah, see, they thought they was just so strong. But guess what? When it comes to them, Enrico, she going to be able to fall back on him. You think that? Let's put it into perspective, BF. Because us as sisters, we don't be so quick to be like, oh yeah, because I ain't settling for that. That's broke. It's giving brokey. I ain't giving anything. That's your occupation. That's your job title. But when it comes to Rosalita, yeah, she gonna get with Enrico and Enrique. And no, he be doing the lawns. He be fixing the roofs. Yeah, he be doing all that shit. He be doing the damn what else they be doing? Laying the pavement and shit. But guess what? He's gonna be a hustler. So y'all out here sleeping on job titles, not understanding that, with the right mindset, with the right work ethic, with the right grind, ambition, hustle, muscle, masculinity, bitch, I run circles around you. So y'all turn y'all noses up at Rosalita's husband, but guess what? She's very much so taken care of. She's very much so provided for. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels and layers to this shit, and we just keep on getting tricked, and it's a sad day. But we were warned. We were warned that this day would come. We absolutely were. But no, we was too much on our high horse. I don't need that. That's lies. That's just pandering. She's trying to stroke these niggas' egos to make them feel better about us leaving them behind and us not needing them. I knew this day would come myself. But no, y'all too big for your britches, as my grandma used to say. Look at you now. Now you finally see, oh, they didn't give a fuck about me. But they all on my LinkedIn. Yeah, being nosy, laughing at you, gossiping. Oh, yeah. What is she doing now? I mean, I thought she was a strong, independent Black woman.
I could see you when you do that. But it's like you work with these people for years and they don't care about you.
Yo, tell me why I just went to work today and was there probably an hour. They called me and my lab partner. They said, can you and so-and-so come into the conference room with me? And right within that moment, I knew we were cooked. Long story short, our positions have been eliminated. The worst part about all of this is I literally started that job because I came from a lab that I got laid off from because the company closed. So I literally have just been here just a little bit over a year. And here I am again, right back in the same freaking position, bro. I can't do this, bro. Like, it took everything in me not to crash out in there on them folks because I am just so angry. I'm so tired. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another, bro. And on top of that, I'm in the middle of trying to move too. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I've been working in labs in Little Rock since 2021. There are no labs here for real that are paying more than $20 an hour. It took me for 3 months to find this job after I got laid off from my last job. I worked in 5 different labs at this point. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to apply. I don't know. This is just all so. This is just too much. This is too much. This is too much. This is too freaking much for me.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I feel bad for her. And y'all like the video. Big shout out to Chester for gifting 5 memberships. Okay. If you received a membership from Chester, say thank you right the fuck now. And don't play with him. All right. Thank you, Chester. Thank you, Johnny. It says attitude to the end. Lord have mercy. I ain't got time for you, Johnny. But let's listen up. I did feel sorry, and I do feel sorry for her. And I'm not saying that what I am saying today applies to her, because I don't really know her story. She could have a man at home. I don't know. But from the sounds of it, it does not seem like it. But I want to throw her in here because she represents so many of these strong, independent, educated boss chicks out here who may have felt like, oh yeah, I'm going to school for this, so I'm gonna be secure, I'm gonna be safe, I ain't gonna need nothing. And come to find out, yeah, nothing is really secure like that. I don't care what fucking degree you have. I don't care what you went to school for, what you studied. No, you are at the mercy of these jobs. You are at the mercy of these establishments, of these businesses. And if they just so happen to feel as though you are no longer needed, bitch, you're no longer needed. Right? And the catch to that is the fact of the matter being that a lot of Black women who are a part of certain jobs and career fields having that same type of energy as it pertains to Black men, to where they felt like, oh, I don't need you. Ain't that the irony of it all? Now these same jobs that y'all turn y'all backs on these men for, they're doing the same thing to you. Bitch, we don't need you. And you could have had a softer landing had you had the help, the assistance, the protection, the guidance, the leadership of a man. But, like I said, a lot of y'all right now today crying y'all damn cars like, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And what blows my mind, thank you so much, Garland, and thank you, the main lion. It says, man, my boy just told me this woman he knows got hired and laid off the next damn day. Brutal. Oh, my God. I would sue for emotional distress. But the thing about the main line, you got to have money to sue. So I don't even fucking know. That's crazy. Can we go here to you all? Because main line brings up a valid point. Some of these jobs are only hiring y'all to fill a quota, to meet a requirement, and then once they do that, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, discard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a real thing. That is a real thing. I remember working at AT&T, And hearing my manager say, "Oh, I'm only interviewing her because they're trying to have an inclusive thing with women and this, that, and the third. So I have to make it look like I'm hiring a woman, but shit, we already got too many damn women here. I'm definitely going to hire this dude." I've heard that. Oh, I'm only interviewing this black guy because hey, they say we need more diversity, and I'm not going to hire him though. In a nutshell, that's what they were saying. Like that's a real thing. I just have to meet this requirement. I have to meet this quota to make it look like on paper, like, yeah, I'm actually trying, but yeah, it's just, they weren't qualified. That's a real thing. So I'm not surprised, the main lion, when you're talking about, yeah, it was this girl that, got hired and then laid off the next day. No, I had to hire you to fill this. But once I fulfilled that obligation and then the eyes were off of my business, yeah, bitch, I really can't afford you. I did that for optics. Dismissed. That happens. And we just keep on getting tricked like that. And what makes it dangerous, though, is the fact that we will bank on that to save us and rescue us, not considering the fact that you need, I know y'all, pick me, panderer, mal-identified, set on my back. I know. We need men, sis. We do. And I'm not talking about males. I'm talking about men. Men who got you. All right? Men that can at least sustain you for a little while until you get back on your feet. You need that. And no, he don't got to be the richest. But damn, bitch, what is this? They cutting off assistance, everything. And let me drop this point home, make this abundantly clear. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to diminish or only restrict a man's value down to his ability to give a woman financial stability and security or comfort or a safety net. I'm not. We're not even getting into the emotional factor, the mental factor, the woman's the nature factor of us needing a man. We're not even getting to all of that, but we're going to right now. So many of you all, y'all not only would have a better landing and a good safety net, because we're going to include that, although that's not the end all be all, but y'all would also have somebody to love you through your trials. Somebody that you can lean on for help. Somebody that can nurture you through what you're going through. Because us as women, we need that. We do. We absolutely do. I'm going to be real with y'all. I've gone through some very tough situations. But due to me having a solid ass husband in my corner and on my team, he was able to help me through those very troubling times by giving me that strong support system that I so desperately needed through those hard times. To where if I did not have him, I probably would have fucking crumbled. And I'm speaking as a Black woman that is so powerful and strong. You know what I'm saying? So let's not sleep on that element as well, as far as us needing our men. Me as a woman, throw myself in there. I can be very emotional, irrational, due to my emotions and me going through certain situations, and having my husband there. It's like, okay, I know you feel this way right now, but I'm gonna need you to look at the bigger picture. I know you're going through this right now, but I'm gonna need you to take a step back from that so you can really get a different perspective on what's really at play and how you can navigate this. Right? Whereas if I did not have my man, I just would have soaked in my misery. I would have just soaked in my emotions. I just would have been blinded by, what I was going through, the situation. So we need men to also give us that manly perspective, that manly, logical, rational type of guidance that we need as women. We need duality. We need balance, because when it comes to women, we can be overly emotional. And I'm talking about, even if you are the most logical, rational minded woman, there is. At the end of the day, you're still a woman. And you need somebody to give you some of that tough love. So I'm like, look, I know you're going through this, but hey, look at it this way. Or I'm going to do this for you. So where that's not all on you. You have that you can receive from a man, but so many of y'all will trick on y'all spot to where you believe, I don't need you. I got myself. I've been having myself all this time. What I need a man for now. You'll be surprised. You would be fucking surprised. And so when I'm looking at my sisters right now crying in their cars talking about, damn, I just thought I was safe. I just thought I was saved. I thought I got it. All for me to get let go again. All for me. When I'm seeing my sisters breaking down their cars crying about this, I cannot help to think about how many Black women are out there right now today in this same situation with no help, with no love, no support, no man having to figure this shit out on their own. And me understanding that had you had a good man in your corner, how better off you would be. Yes, I am very fortunate to have my husband. But again, that comes from self-work. That comes from self-reflection, taking accountability, because I could have very well lost my damn husband. Let's get into that. Chester says, we say live within your means. They live outside it. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Let me say this too before I wrap this up, because this is very important to say. All right. And big shout out to Chester and Power Driver and all of y'all. Johnny, I appreciate it. Johnny says, are the majority of the Black women single? Yeah, from what I gathered from the statistics I saw. You know? And you know what they say, if you're not married, you're single. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it over there though. I don't get too deep into that. But something that I do feel like is something to really touch base on is the element of keeping a man. Right. Oftentimes I hear Black women in particular say, bitch, if I wanted a man, I could have one tonight. Bitch, having a man ain't no flex. Man, we could. You think that we gotta be single? We ain't gotta be single. We have a man, nigga too. We have a man too. But first things first, I want to say, what quality of men would you be able to attract and accept at such a low vibration that you could brag about, quote unquote, and say, yeah, I got me a man. See, that wasn't hard. I got me a man. What's his quality? That's first things first. And then second off, if you were able to attract and accept a good quality man, how long, with the vibration that you have, with the lifestyle, with the mentality, with the personality, the disposition, how long would you be able to keep him? Because that is very much so important. I get so fucking sick and tired of hearing women talk about, if I want a man, I can have one, but could you keep him? Because the level on that to the conversation is, a lot of y'all end up fumbling good ass men. But you had them though. And what's really nasty work is that y'all would really have in your mind that it was a flex because you had a good man. Oh yeah, I mean, I had a good man before. We was engaged and everything. I had. We was married and everything. I had. But the real flex is being able to maintain and sustain a good quality foundation and relationship with said good man. That's the real fucking flex. That's the real flex. So what are y'all doing to make sure that you're going to be able to keep a good man around? What are y'all doing? What is it about you that would want to make a man want to stay with you, want to pick you? Because we're all pick-me's, baby. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. It sounds real good. It sounds real good. And I've heard so many women who claim to be, I'm a sovereign woman. I'm a solo dolo woman. I don't aspire to have no kids. I don't aspire to have no man. I don't aspire. Okay. And the bulk, if not all of those women, they're just, again, failed pygmies, to where now she has developed a callus over her heart, to where, yeah, I don't want that no more. I don't want that at all. I ain't never wanted it. Did you? Or did you have childhood trauma? Did you have a bad relationship? It's so many things that go into that we need to unpack and discover and be honest and transparent and real with yourselves about. But at the end of the day, I think that we need to dive deeper into certain conversations to say, look, yeah, you were able to get this man, but could you keep him? That is what we need to get into. We need to start making women aware of what they need to do to maintain and sustain a relationship. Are you a woman that is caring, nurturing, submissive? Bitch, I know y'all hate that shit, but hey, whatever. Are you a woman that is selfless? Are you a woman that understands that you need to be an assistant? Are you a woman that knows how, when, and where to be quiet, when to talk, when to follow, when to take action, when to take the lead? Do you know? Do you know how to be appreciative? Do you know how to reciprocate? What kind of value do you add? Those things matter. And so we got to start exploring that as well. It is not a flex to say, yeah, I had a good man. And yeah, I'm dealing with him. I'm dealing with one, but yeah, but it's not progressing into anything. It's not sustaining. That don't matter then. So it's nothing to get dick. It's nothing to have a man that's gonna lay up with you, take you out on a few dates and shit. That's easy, like work. But what is the depth of that relationship? What is the quality of that relationship? That fucking matters. Which is why Dr. Cheyenne Bryant got drugged to the motherfucking end of the earth. Which we should talk about that, because you know what? Y'all showed so much love today. I'm gonna go live with y'all again tomorrow. And I want to talk about that clip that Tasha K had brought up about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Because Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she did get dragged, and rightfully so. And I might try to insert that clip of her on that show with that man. Because y'all were telling me to talk about that. And yeah, I'm going to get my perspective on that too. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Chess. It says no. Let me answer that. Let you answer what? Thank you, Johnny. It says, before you leave, the hair is kicking. Okay, you like the Afro puff? Hey, man. Y'all see the little... I try to put some little hairs in the back. You know, some little pieces. Some little dangly pieces. You know, make it look a little more dainty. But yeah, they was feeling the Afro puff today. This one dude, I had my AirPods on. I had to go to Ulta to get me some more foundation. I had ran out. I like the Lancome foundation. I had to go and get me some of that before I came here. Which is why I was a little bit late. And I had a salad too. So yeah. But I had my headphones on. I got out the car going to Ulta. And it was this black dude with some glasses. And he was walking. And I saw his mouth moving. So I'm like, is he talking to me? So I took my AirPods and I said, what did you say? He said, I like your hair. And I said, oh, thanks. He said, you're welcome. You know. So shout out to the Afro Puff. You know, we like that. Then when I went into Ulta, it was a black woman. Shout out to her, older woman. She said, oh, I like your hair. That's cute. And I said, you know what? Let me find out the Afro Puff is puffing. Okay? Okay. So thank you so much. All right. Am I caught up? I think I am. Okay. And again, big shout out to Power Driver. Thank you, Jonathan White, Derek, MF Zod, C. Irvin, Swervo, Fresh Vision TV, Tokyo Traveler, Mr. Chris, Chester, Live in Real Life, Terenzo, Jonathan White again, Garland, GA Powerade, Swervo, all of y'all. Garland, did I say you already? Johnny, y'all are super duper dope. The main lion, always showing love. Garland says, are you sure they developed a hardened heart? I mean, they sure feel it when we don't give them the minimum amount of attention. Actual. But see, that's the thing though, Garland. Because like I always say, it's always levels and layers to every conversation. They have a hardened heart to where Okay, let me put it to you like this, because it's fake, right? I'm gonna put it to you like this. They are coping. It's a coping mechanism. So a lot of them, they have developed this callous over their heart to try to protect themselves and shield themselves, but it's all a fucking facade. So I don't believe these chicks when they come on here saying, "Oh, we don't need no man. Yeah, I ain't male centered," but your whole platform is deriving around what males do and don't do. You know, who they choose, who they with, you know, how they ain't shit. Like, bitch, please. Even when you don't want to be, you are. You know? Princella, for crying out loud, she loved men so much and centered men so much, she became one. The fuck? So miss me with that bullshit. But it's a facade. It's a coping mechanism. So I'm going to try to fake it until I make it. But the thing about women is you cannot escape your nature. So it does not matter how cold you try to turn, how callous you try to be, how indifferent and nonchalant and unbothered and phased you try to be. It's always going to come through. It's always going to seep through. Your nature is going to always come through like, what up, though? Hey, bitch, let me tap you on the shoulder real quick. It always happens. This is why they can try to carry around this air of, I don't need no man, I don't need some dick. Bitch, that's still you needing a man, though. That's still your female nature creeping and seeping through. Your mask has slipped. You know? So yeah, it's still that, though. It's still that, though. So when I'm saying they develop a callus, I'm saying that in the sense of them trying to cope and mask their love and mask their true feelings behind not caring and, you know, not needing and all of this, not wanting. Yes, you do. Right? Which is why when a lot of them get older, they start reminiscing and they start talking about, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Vivica Fox still ain't over damn 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? But one day, someday, if not today, yeah, your nature is there. It is a matter of, are you going to be honest about what it is that you truly desire and what you're truly yearning for? Because a lot of them, they can be so callous and cutthroat with the facade that they can give off the illusion like, no, I really don't. Or they can honestly try to trick themselves into believing it to where, yeah, I faked it real good and now I made it to where, no, I don't want that. I don't need that. But it's always going to be a piece of them that yearns for that and craves that, and in some way, shape, or form seeps out to where, oh, you got exposed, bitch. You said you didn't want that, you didn't need that, but yet you're at the sperm banks spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on eggs and shit and sperm and shit, trying to make your own family. But I thought that you didn't need that to feel complete. I thought that you didn't want that. I thought that you didn't really desire that. And by default, this is where it gets deep. By default, with you wanting a baby, already signifies that you want a man. Whoopsie. Hold on, Terenzo. Because I know this is something that Terenzo would circle around to and connect the dots with. If you want a baby, by default, that indicates on some subconscious level that you want a man, because you could not even get said baby without a man. You need his sperm in order to reproduce. So that's the catch-22 to that. Ebony K. But I digress. Come on now, Mike. Hold on. Ho. Thank you, Jabari. It says, so once again, the day is saved. Thanks to the Afro Puff girls, Danica, Keisha, and Larissa. You know what, Jabari? We're going to take it. Okay? Shout out to all the Keishas. Okay? Shout out to all the Keishas and the Larissas. We're going to take it. Okay? And we're going to let you live. All right? But, yeah. Sportsman said, I remember when I had no problem being generous, but not today. These modern women are too disrespectful and entitled, and it's crazy. Yeah, it is. Okay. I be spitting that fire. Hold on, Solomon. Indeed, I do. Solomon Deed. Indeed, I do. Mr. Deed. But yeah, I came on here Gave y'all a dope discussion, real, raw, uncut, unfiltered. I hope that you all were able to take away some key bar gems and jewels from the conversation. Even if you don't like me or my delivery or what I stand for and all that, whatever. I just hope you were able to take something away from the conversation that was valuable and something that could add value to your life and benefit you in some way, shape, or form. That's my only goal. All right. Contrary to what y'all may believe, I do love women, black women in particular, black families. I want us to come together. I want us to be together, but in order to do that, we have to call out the nonsense. You know, we have to highlight that so we can address the issues at hand, and then you all can see, oh, well, shit, maybe I'm doing that too, and maybe I need to fix that and, you know, correct that. You know, so that's all I'm doing. And I hope you all see my passion and my love behind it. All right. Thank you again so much, Chester. It says my daughter as well with the afro. Shout out to you and your daughter. And I see her right now with that afro. And it's looking very golden too. Shout out to the golden haired afros. Okay. The golden goddesses. Amen. But we love afros in every color. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I love all the afros. I don't care if they are pink. I don't care if they are purple, green. They be cute. You know, I just love natural hair. Okay. I love black beauty. I love Afrocentric beauty. And I wish that we could embrace that more. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like me a good kinky straight. I'm not saying I don't like me a good wet and wavy, a good curl. I'm not saying that, but it is something about that rough and tough Afro puff that just seals the deal. And shout out to us. Okay. But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. We're going to get into some more dope discussions. Since y'all showed up and showed out tonight, you know, I'm going to go ahead and pop back in with y'all tomorrow for a live stream. Okay. And y'all need to thank Power Driver for sponsoring. Shout out to Power Driver in Chester for showing up and showing out. Okay. But especially Power Driver. He is the one that is like, nah, sis, I'm going to support you. I know you two pay on this real shit, but I want you to keep spitting that real shit. So here you go on that cash out. Thank you. All right. But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow around the same time. Oh, no, I won't. Fuck, y'all. I got to go to the gym tomorrow. I'm lying. And I hate lying to my people. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go live with y'all Wednesday for Patreon and then Thursday. Tomorrow, I may not. Okay. I may pop in with y'all. You know what? I may have an early bird live stream and I'm going to come on camera. Yeah, I'm going to do that for y'all. Ain't no blinking head. We're going to pull up tomorrow in the AM for just, you know, chopping it up for a live stream. And then I'm going to pull back up with y'all on Wednesday and Thursday. Shout out to y'all. Okay. But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all later. Thank you so much, John Till. It says, look like the mayor secretary for Powerpuff Girls. We'll take it. We'll take it. But did she ever show her hair? I mean, her face? She was faceless. You can see me. You can see me. You can see me. The fuck? So, yeah. But she was bad, though. She had the body, yada, 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 yada. You know, I like me a nice little body, yada, yada. Although your little big sis getting ready to lose 20 pounds because this thick shit for the birds, okay? I don't like all this thickness. It's too much. It's too distracting. I'm tired of goddams. I'm tired of that. So we're getting ready to slim this shit up. But we're going to still keep it tight. We're going to still keep it curvy. Amen. Amen. But I love y'all. It says June 1st. We can wait. You right, Terenzo. You right. You right. So I may pull up with y'all in the morning, though, Terenzo. I may. I'm going to see. But I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. We out.